Rickita back with another video. So in this video, I want to show you guys how I never pay interest on my credit cards and how I make sure I have the best credit score possible. I saw somebody say that they don't understand about the statement date and the due date. They don't understand which one to pay to make sure that they have that trick done. So I'm going to show you that screenshot so that you guys can read that to understand fully what made me want to make this video. Because when you guys keep watching think videos like this, it helps you understand, credit better, and it's going to help you be able to teach this to your children if you have children or your grandchildren, whatever the case may be. So she said, I still don't understand the statement closing date versus my due date. I know my payment is due in the first, and it says to pay twice for a credit card hack, but I don't know when the statement closing date is. So I know people say it's a credit card hack and they say to pay multiple times, but I want to show you the key things you need to pay outside of just having a hack. Okay, this is what you all need to make sure you do. So what I'm going to show you how to do is how to make sure that you're paying by your due date for sure, and then also pay again before your statement closes. Okay, so let me show you some of my information, you guys. So I took a screenshot of a lot of my accounts so that you can see how everything looks. Okay, so here it is here. Let me make sure that it's looking correct. Okay, perfect. So here it is here. We have an account here. This is one of the accounts. So they're telling me that my current balance is $2,900. My statement balance is $2,300. My minimum due, my minimum payment due is $29. Now, to make sure that you don't pay any late fees and you're not getting in trouble with the credit card, you always pay just a minimum $29. Okay. This is one of those credit cards where I have 0% APR, so I'm not paying it and I'm putting as many charges as I can on it. So at first I started off with $2,300 for my last statement. That's what they reported to the credit bureaus, but now I'm up to $2,900. Now having a balance like this is not going to help my credit score, being honest. But guess what? I don't care about my credit score at this time as much because I know as soon as I pay these off, my credit score is going to go back up. I care about the 0% APR. Okay. Now let me show you my due date and then we'll double back. So my due date is February 5th. Today is the 17th. So this is due February 5th. So by February 5th or before February 5th, I'll make sure I just make that minimum payment. Okay. And you guys will do the same. Just make that minimum payment guaranteed. And also, not only just a minimum payment guaranteed, if you want to make sure you don't pay any interest, you pay that statement balance. This one just to make sure that you don't get in trouble. Okay, that's all that is. This is basic activity. This is advanced activity. When you guys pay your statement balance, this to make sure that you avoid any interest. They're not gonna avoid. They're not gonna give you any interest at all if you guys just make sure you pay this by your due date. Now listen, even if you was to pay the $2,300, you still gonna have, what's that, about 500 and some dollars left over as your balance. Some people will say um, before your statement day, and you usually can find your statement day by looking on your statement and seeing what day did it come out. Or I usually had this thing 2 days after my due date, I have to pay the rest. That's how I just remember it. Just 2 days after your due date. If you do that, you're gonna hit it no matter what. Okay. So 2 days after your due date. So ours on the 5th. So by the 7th, I gotta make sure I pay the rest of that. That's if I want to see an even more increase because now I'm going to have a zero balance on this credit card, or you can just pay 500 and leave that extra few dollars that's on there so that you don't just have a zero balance. Okay. So that's just one of my credit cards. Let's scroll down. I have more. So this is my Navy Federal right here. My Navy Federal, I don't have a balance on it anymore. My last statement balance was $38.99. So technically, I don't have a minimum payment. You can see it's no minimum payment, and I don't have a current balance on here. Okay. And then also my statement balance is $38.99. And that's just because it don't reflect previous payments made during this cycle. I already paid this and I didn't put any additional charges on here. So that's why it's a $0 current balance, but then you still see that statement balance because they just have to let you know what your statement balance is. But now it's at $0, so I don't have to worry about being charged any interest on that. And when you have an account like this, ain't no point in making two payments. You don't have any charges on it, if you know what I mean. So to me, that would just be pointless to think, let me make two payments. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we're working with. Okay, good. So this is a different one. This is my Amazon credit card. My Amazon credit card, I only use at Amazon. I don't use it anywhere else. It's no point in me using it anywhere else. I only use it at Amazon. So my Amazon credit card, this is different to me. Okay. So with Amazon, let me go back. I don't know why I went that far. I did like it kind of zoomed in though. Okay, so with my Amazon credit card, they have something called the interest savings balance. I didn't fully understand that. I have to talk to customer service to fully understand it. So for you guys to avoid interest on your credit card, like them charging you any interest, then you have to make sure you pay your interest saving balance. You don't have to pay your statement balance because don't forget Amazon have that. If your order is at least $50, we'll break it up for 6 months. If your order is at least $250, I think, or $200, then we'll break your payment up into 12 equal payments, for over 12 months. So that means you're not having to pay all of this money all at once. You can break it up and pay slowly on it, which is what you see right here with this interest saving balance. This is what I need to pay with all of my payment plans broken up. This is how much I need to pay. So to avoid paying any interest on this one, I just need to pay $318.39. They say it's due on the 27th. My last payment was made on the 17th, and it was $233.80. That was just probably my interest savings balance at that time. And this one is $318.39 due on the 27th. I'm going to make sure I pay it before the 27th. And then you guys, I have auto payments set up, but I always have it set up for just that minimum payment due. But look, my interest saving balance and my minimum payment due is the same. The only reason why these two is the same is because I don't just put charges on my Amazon card unless it's over $50 so that I can break up the payments. Okay, that's just what I do on my Amazon card. I don't know. That's just what I do. Now, if you guys cared about your utilization, you will want to pay this down. Depending on how much you have available, you will want to pay this down. But again, I got 0% APR credit cards. My credit score is not it's good, but it's not at its peak. So I don't care. There's no point in me rushing to try to pay this down. I'm not trying to get new credit cards. I literally just got a lot of new credits. A few months ago, so 2 months ago. So it's no point in me trying to get new credit now. I gotta wait anyway for 4 to 5 months to even think about getting more credit. But that's my Amazon credit card, and I believe, this is my Walgreens credit card. So my current balance is $159. The minimum payment due is $29, and my statement balance is $43. So to avoid interest, I have to pay my statement balance by the due date. If you want your credit score to go even higher, I would suggest just pay an extra $100 on this account. Now, let me show you the dates. So this is my calendar. When I put on my calendar for making a payment, they want to know when I want to make a payment. My due date is on the 26th. Okay, that's when it's due. Remember I said you guys can pay the extra $100, or if you want to pay before your statement closes, before your statement day, just count 2 days and pay on that day. So the 26th, 27th, 28th. So on the 28th, I can pay the extra $100 to bring my balance down even more. But that right there, you guys, if I do that, I won't be getting charged any interest. Plus, I'll have the 2 payments that she wanted to make, and on top of that, my credit score is going to be the highest. Now, last account here, this right here is my Discover credit card. My balance literally just came. My statement just closed yesterday, technically last night. So the balance and the current balance and the statement balance is the same exact thing. The minimum payment is $20, but I'm going to make sure I pay this right here, $125.97. And even if I put more charges on it, that's fine. I just want to make sure I pay that statement balance, because sometimes you're going to be at the point where you don't care about any you don't care about your credit score at the time, so you can hold a balance on it. When I say hold a balance, say if I put $2,000 on this credit card, that's fine. As long as I pay my statement balance, I'm fine. When my next statement come out, so next month on the 17th, they're going to say, hey, you owe $2,000, and then I have to just make sure I pay that by the next due date. So as long as you just keep paying your statement balance, you're fine. And say if I have like a big charge, I have a big dental charge that I have to put on my card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on one of my, because I want to make sure I pay it off. I'm not going to put on the 0% APR card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on probably, because I'm going to get it done on the 20th. It's going to get it done in probably like 2 weeks, a week and a half. I'm going to put it on one of my credit cards that just had a statement generated. That's what I'm going to do, just to give myself some wiggle room to pay it. I'm going to put it on one of my credit cards that just had a statement. So say, what if I was getting my tooth done today? This would be a great credit card to put it on, because I know that I won't have to make a payment on this, on that next one. Say if it's $1,000, I won't have to make a payment on it until 3/11, because right now it's due 2/11, right? This is going to be due 2/11, so I know I won't have to make a minimum payment into 2/11, and then I can pay the rest of it all. I'll say this one actually goes into the 16th. I could technically, remember my 2-day rule, that would have been the 13th. I can actually go into the 15th and pay the rest of it off. But remember, it's going to be what your statement balance is to avoid interest. So I'm going to probably most likely have to pay all of it by the 11th of March. But I hope this helped you all. And again, this is what it looks like when I went into my account this morning. My last statement balance, which was yesterday, was $125.97. My minimum payment due is $20, and it's due on the 11th. But I'm going to make sure I pay my statement balance by my due date to make sure I never get charged any interest. I don't want to get charged any interest on any of my cards. So hopefully this helped you understand it. If you all have any questions, please let me know. You guys can always go to my website, Rickita.com, and click right here to schedule a call. Schedule a call with me. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. I'll see you guys in the next video.